This video will show you both how to remove the caliper for installing a new rotor, as well as completely remove it for additional work or replacement. Begin by safely raising and supporting your vehicle and removing the wheels. If you need additional assistance with those tasks, please follow the link provided at the end of this video. Place a wide drip pan to catch any brake fluid during the removal process. The front flexible brake line, red arrow, connects to a mount in the chassis, blue arrow, into a mount on the wheel carrier, green arrow. There is a small hard line from that clip to the caliper. The factory line sits in two grooves in the mount that corresponds with two notches in the line. This keeps the line from turning while you unscrew the nut on the hard line, red arrow. You want to use the right tool for the job. That tool is a 10mm flared nut wrench that is designed to grasp the nut on 5 sides. The nuts on the hard line are easy to strip. Do yourself a favor and use the right tool. Once you break this connection open, brake fluid will escape. It is slippery, but most importantly, deadly to your paint. Do not get any on your paint or on your body and lean against your paint. Separate the flex line from the hard line on the caliper. It is a really good idea to cap the hard line while the flex line is off, red arrow. This will help prevent the line from leaking and stop debris from getting in and keep your fluid from getting out. You will need to disconnect the wear sensor from the electrical line. Release the electrical connector by using a flathead screwdriver and rotating it to release the clip, red arrow. With the wear sensor disconnected and the wires loosened, remove the two T55 torque caliper mounting bolts, red arrows. You will need to replace these bolts with new ones for installation. They are single use only. During installation, these bolts will be needed to tighten to a torque value of 85 Newton meters or 63 foot-pounds. With everything disconnected, you can now remove the caliper from the rotor. The brake pads may still be pressed up against the rotor. You can either use a flathead screwdriver to separate the pads from the rotor. I only recommend this if you are going to be replacing the rotors too, or lifting from the bottom and wiggle the caliper side to side against the rotor to compress the pistons back into the caliper. You can now move the caliper to a flat work surface. Use a set of pliers to remove the old wear sensors. If your wear sensor has activated, you cannot reuse them. The sensor connects to the inboard and outer pad on the front, red arrows. Use a flathead screwdriver to unclip the wear sensor from the hard brake line. You are going to be pushing the pistons back into the calipers. This will cause the brake fluid in the caliper to push out of the hard brake line. If you have a rubber cover on the end of the hard line, you will need to take this off for the brake fluid to escape. Have a rag ready to catch any brake fluid. Use a brake pad spreader and compress the pads outwards, pushing the pistons back into the caliper. If you don't have a spreader, you can use a C-clamp. The pads can now be pulled out of the caliper. The pads or pad retaining plates are stuck to the pistons. Use a trim removal tool to help separate the pads using care around the pistons and the dust boots. If you need to reuse the hard brake line on the top, green arrows, or the hard line that runs to the flex line, red arrow, use a 10mm flared nut wrench to remove the nuts. The nuts on the hard lines are easy to strip and require a flared nut wrench to remove them without doing damage. If you need to reuse the bleed nipples, red arrows, use a flathead screwdriver to undo the rubber caps and use an 11mm flared nut wrench to remove the nuts. The nuts on the hard lines, again, are easy to strip. Make sure you use the right tool. There is a metal retaining clip, red arrow, inside the caliper that is held in with a friction fit. Use a pry bar to pop out the retaining clip. Installation is the reverse of removal. Torque the caliper bolts to 85 Newton meter or 63 foot-pounds. Torque all bracket mounting hardware to 10 Newton meters or 7.5 foot-pounds. When reinstalling, you must bleed your brakes. Do not attempt to drive the vehicle until you have completely bled your brakes. Please follow the link provided at the end of this video if you need additional assistance with that task. Apply a small amount of anti-squeal to the back of the pads where they contact the pistons. Make sure to remove any dust buildup inside the caliper, and brake pads need to be properly bedded or broken in. Break in your pads according to the manufacturer of the type of pads you purchased. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another video in this series.